Okay, so we made these uh, New Guinea bean didgeridoos, and they need to be, it'll take them probably about a year before they would dry out on the inside and out. So we're going to try to speed this process up by cooking them up a little bit. So we built this fire pit, spare you the time of it took me to build it here to show you, but it's simple. Rocks, put a bunch of rocks on the bottom to keep the heat in, and the goal is to just heat this whole thing up, let the fire die out, and then it'll be hot all night, and we'll just leave the didgeridoos hanging out. So, but the thing we're doing here is starting a fire with a magnesium bar, and
Yeah, you're going to use a knife and a magnesium bar.
okay, so these are what we're going to try to start the fire with.
So what are you using right there as to get it started? What is that?
Well, this is just some bark. I'm just laying it on the bottom as like a foundation. But we're gonna try to get some of these really dry leaves.
And that's what you started with, and you just worked your way down from most flammable to least
Oh,
flammable and sustaining.
this is pretty good. We'll just get rid of these big sticks. Really dry stuff. Some fuzzes.
And that's kindling, right? Kindling is what you get started. It's the first thing that gets lights on fire.
So what we're gonna do is try to put this in there.
Looks like a nest you're making.
Yeah.
Get some more stuff. Oh yeah. Burn away. So people are going to watch this video so they know how to do it themselves. That way if the world collapses on them, you know, this Western idea of civilization, then they'll be able to sustain themselves through nature. What nature is left anyways.
You could get one of these at Kmart or Walmart in the camping section.
Oh, so it's solid magnesium, right?
Yeah.
And that's what flames.
And it lights even when it's wet. It's got a striking rod on the other side here.
Right. You're losing some of it, or is that what you intended?
I'm trying to get it all in one pile as good as we can, so that when the spark hits it, it just goes up.
You'll probably eat some of this magnesium too as a supplement.
Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna use the back to try to.
Nice.
And I didn't even catch that.
We gotta put some wood in there, or twigs. See, if Monsanto takes over the planet with their seeds, then and all the D's die away from that Nico drug that's using the pesticides like Roundup, then there'll be a lot less grass around to make a fire.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder. You see, it wasn't that easy, but we made it happen. It's still, I mean, it's still not yet going fully, but just a little bit of patience and practice, and you could have a fire without matches or a lighter.
Chemtrails have just
Oh,
turned into
there's
clouds.
a new one. There's an X.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, they sprayed 2 X's earlier with 3 lines. Figure that out. They made 2 X's in the sky with 2 lines. 3 lines.
I think there's 3 possibilities with what they're spraying depending on the area. It's either slow kill, or they're trying to patch the ozone layer, or they use it for weather warfare because you got the plausible deniability.
The heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we just keep building up the fire bigger and bigger. We start with kindle, then we start with little twigs, and then we get small logs, medium logs, and then we get the big logs, and then we really got to go in at that point. We stole this land from the Native Americans. They would make fires every night just to keep warm. What would the Native Americans use to create fire? That's probably where cigarettes came from, right? To transport
sticks.
fire? Two
Yeah,
sticks?
maybe, very possible. Yeah, they would use 2 pieces of wood.
2 pieces of wood, and how would they create fire with it? Oh, they would rub them together.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have not tried that yet. I would love to one day.
And here's the other wood that we got. This is the medium, small, and large logs right here. So, Mike, what else can you do with this fire?
Light my cigarette.
All right, let's check that out. Wow, that's probably how the natives did it. They would carry fire with them using cigarettes, and that's where the cigarettes came from. Only now they put all these chemicals in them. But the ones you smoke are chemical free, right?
Supposedly.
Supposedly. So where do they
Says
put the
so on the box.
where do they put the chemicals this time?
In the papers.
Oh, how nice. So they try to get you no matter where you go. I heard
Yeah.
those vapor things that you smoke with the oils, that they put carpet glue in them.
Oh, I bet. Those things are sick. I wonder what's going to happen with this.
Yeah, is it gonna? Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire, but it's probably too wet to catch on fire.
Yeah.
So
But it
that
would.
the point of this fire is really to dry these things so they become solid didgeridoos. This is the fire didgeridoo dance. So we're gonna fill this whole thing with fire. We're gonna create a super highway for fire to crawl from this point to that point and all the way around. It'll be a perfect transit system for fire. All right, it's gonna do a zigzag. It's gonna go through a maze. The fire's gonna make it through this maze. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna travel. But we might have to kindle it along the way.
Yeah, we should probably get a whole bunch of leaves and that hay and throw it all in here.
Yeah, we're getting the first fire customers right now. There you are. They're all steaming inside. Dennis is with us.
We're working our way down the pit.
Yeah, you've nurtured this fire from infancy to it's probably an adolescent right now.
Yeah.